in my work as Policy Director at the Umbilo Business Association, we found ourselves in a huge policy vacuum in the Umbilo, which is a direct result of state capture and the appropriation by the municipality of the resources for their own personal use and no longer being purposed correctly for the residents and businesses of the Umbilo. Into this vacuum came the services of a full-time attorney, Mrs. Nonto, who has been our attorney for the last 2 years, and I take great pleasure in introducing her to you.
So as I've been introduced, my name is Nonto. I am the legal attorney for the Umbilo Business Association. My role has expanded, I think, as time has passed, having come on initially for a very brief legal matter that involved the municipality, that kind of morphed into a much more long-term relationship with the business association. One of my key roles has been assisting with policy, assisting with ensuring that the association as well as the surrounding businesses are operating within the ambits and framework of the law and the regulations that govern us really as a society here. Another thing that one has been driving is the Aqueduct project. So there's a particular area that was a hub for our homeless community. It was a safety concern, and because of the advocacy and rather the noise that we've been making as an association, we were able to drive the local municipality into covering up that area and ensuring that it is a much safer place for people to walk through, to drive through. And what we've seen from there is that we also have these traffic issues around the area, traffic issues that are unfortunately some of the causes of some of the fatalities that we've seen in our precinct. And one of the ideas that we had was to ensure that this area, the Aqueduct area, would be one that would be operated in a much more formalized manner. So ensuring that there is a truck staging facility on top of our aqueduct that would ensure that some of the traffic issues, the congestion and some of the causes of fatalities would be lessened and somehow completely eradicated. So from the traffic assessment, what we were able to do from there is to table this to the ETA, which is the local traffic authority here in eThekwini. And from that, initially we had some resistance, but as it stands, we have had the go-ahead. We've had a huge thumbs up from them in ensuring that we have some form of a pilot. And from that pilot, we'll be able to run we'll be able to ensure that this assessment is brought to life. We see the truck staging facility as being one of the things that we will ensure that not just vehicles and trucks in the area are operating in a much smoother way. There's efficiency, the congestion issue will be sorted, but at a much greater level, we are seeing the potential for businesses. We are seeing the potential for informal traders to be brought in and to be supported by the much greater formal and established businesses in the precinct. And I think even the greater Delton community, which is our residential community around the Umbilo precinct, we see them playing an integral part in this truck staging facility and in the much greater projects that we have in the area, in that we see them being absorbed, or we'd like to work a lot more closely with them, ensure that every single worker that is employed in this project and other projects is from that community. We're seeing this as one of the positive initiatives that we can carry on, not just here in the precinct, but we're hoping that other people, we're hoping that other UIPs, other business associations across the country may begin to look and apply a much more holistic approach to caring for the community around you. You don't just have to be business operators. But we have to be invested in the areas that we're in, and not just invested from a monetary perspective, but invested in seeing every project, everything that we do in the area touch the lives and touch the livelihoods of the people who live in those areas.